Hello, Internet, and welcome to Conserving 915, America's #1 Latinx conservative talk show. I'm Dave.
What's up, guys? This is Ruben.
Angel and Steve, as you can see, are not here. I don't know if you can tell, guys, from where you're sitting, but yeah, they're still gone. Care to explain, Angel? I mean, yeah, Angel, explain why you're not here. Wait, care to explain, Ruben?
Well, they got deported by accident. And since they don't have tattoos or criminal records, the Democrats aren't helping them get back.
Yeah. So the saga continues. We sent them a nail file, but it actually got a nail file to see if they can escape, but it turns out they returned to sender.
So, yeah.
But hopefully we'll see them again soon. Everybody send your thoughts and prayers. Leave the little hands that are praying in the chat, in the comment section below. And if you really care about Steve and Angel, you would give this a like, subscribe, and share the show with everybody. I know we haven't gotten into the show yet, but I'm going to put it up in front so to let you guys know that I am serious. I am serious about this, and I want them back because they're my homies. They're my bros. I mean, if Ruben were to disappear suddenly, I might survive.
You'd be okay with it.
I think I might be okay with that.
All right, so let's see what's going on.
Let's see what's going on. From Edith Olmsted. Oh, hold on. I think I did it. There we go. Yeah. Man, I wish Steve were here. He's the one that pushes buttons. So,
And forgets to.
on more than one occasion, which you know what? That's it. Nah, screw it. I don't want him back. So, Trump calls U.S. stupid in wild rant on birthright citizenship. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Yeah.
But he wants to get rid of birthright citizenship when it comes to people who want to take advantage of the U.S.
Yeah, when it's to a birth tourism, there's people that come over here just to take, just to see
have
what
the
they
baby?
can leech, you know?
Or even there's been instances of and that is a growing concern. Women from
All over the place.
from all over the place, not just Latin countries, like let's say China, come here, have a baby that is a U.S. citizen, go back to China, get all commied up, and then send them back because he's a U.S. citizen. He can infiltrate from within. If I were China, that's what I would be doing.
Well, I mean, there's even the term, right? It's birth tourism. Is that
Birth tourism, yeah.
I mean, it's not even a conspiracy. It's out in the open that people are taking advantage of this.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's really part of the big concern and why I think it is correct that he wants to get rid of birthright citizenship, just outright citizen, no matter what. No. Even babies and their mothers need to, I think, be vetted in some sort of way, in some sort of capacity. Not being mean or ugly with anybody, but yeah, what are your intentions? You can't just be taking advantage of the U.S. citizens. So, birthright citizenship is a constitutional right. Well, yes, for Americans. Like, if you're just gonna be an enemy of the USA, then yeah, it's not in the USA's best interest to keep you here as a citizen. So, according to Newsbreak.com, Edith Olmsted, who is a lib, obviously because of the language, Donald Trump went off the rails in a hateful rant Thursday as the Supreme Court prepared to hear arguments over his blatantly unconstitutional executive order ending birthright citizenship.
And this is not even facts. This is an opinion.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So libs, don't fall for stuff like this. If it's like very charged language, then it's completely biased and they're not hiding it. And it should be taken with a grain of salt. At least we have some of the facts here, but this is meant to lead you astray. The purpose of articles like this are to lead you astray. So, Birthright citizenship was not meant for people taking vacations to become permanent citizens of the United States of America and bringing their families with them all the time, laughing at the suckers that we are. Trump wrote on Truth Social. The United States of America is the only country in the world that does this. For what reason, nobody knows, but the drug cartels love it. We are, for the sake of being politically correct, a stupid country, but in actuality, this is the exact opposite of being politically correct. And it is yet another point that leads to the dysfunction of America. Trump said all this. It appears that the president was referring to a slur that is regularly used by his right-wing associates.
He does have a point. I mean, I don't think birthright citizenship was meant for, yeah, like you're on vacation or you cross the border to come get groceries or visit your family. You have your baby here, and oh, okay. I mean, that
you cross the border to get groceries.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean,
it doesn't track. It doesn't make sense. And
again, why do the Democrats love this? Because this is their voter base, right? This is what they enjoy.
And the fact that this person, this Edith lady, was not able to ascertain exactly what Trump was saying, not even trying to say. He is saying, what he is saying is that somebody who gets taken advantage of time and time again and doesn't learn is an idiot, is stupid. Like, you're just not you're not recognizing patterns. And that's basically what he's saying. The American, the governing body of the United States of America just hasn't learned its lesson. Like, oh yeah, let's keep hay que ser mansos, no mensos.
Right.
Like, yes, be nice to people, obviously, but come on, there's a limit to everything. And this lady, because he said the S word, stupid, he's like, oh no, he's calling all the U.S. citizens stupid. He's calling all of America dumb. Oh my goodness gracious! Like, you're not getting the message, lady, and it is sad, really. It is sad that there's so many people who think like this.
And you know what? Deep down, this person probably knows that it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the TDS. I mean, these people can't be. I mean, they can't be that out there, that stupid. I don't want to say it again, but they can't be that stupid. They know this is fundamentally wrong and that people do this to take advantage, not because they actually want to contribute. They, but but it's just that the TDS is so out there that even things that make sense they'll go against because they just can't stand the Democrats have taught all these crazy people how to hate the guy. You know what I mean? But they loved him before he was a politician. They loved him, right?
All right. Oh man. So this actually does grind my gears. But what this lady is saying is, what exactly was making him so angry was the very Constitution he swore to uphold. Birthright citizenship was established in the 14th Amendment, and she does quote here the first part of the first article of the 14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States are and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Sure, yeah. Congress and the states ratified the amendment in 1869 to overturn the Supreme Court's ruling in Dred Scott versus Stanford, which had held that people of African descent could never acquire American citizenship, and to provide a constitutional backstop for black civil rights in the South during Reconstruction. So she's actually right there almost getting the point.
She's pointing out who it was intended for.
It was intended for the slaves that were freed, and it was like, okay, what do we do with all these freed slaves? Are they part of the U.S. or
the right thing for them to do back then? But
what the writers and the ratifiers of this amendment probably didn't have a crystal ball saying that once this nation becomes the beacon of light in all of the world, once it becomes a shining city on a hill, we're going to have a bunch of immigrants from all over the world wanting to come here.
The Democrats need a new voting bloc because their policies are so out there, it's going to become a problem.
So we need to make sure that people who are tourists come here, have their babies, and make them U.S. citizens. We need to make sure of that. Now, obviously, they weren't looking that far ahead into the future. What they're wanting to do is right a wrong, justifiably. Here in the United States, sure, we had slaves or well, I didn't have slaves. There was a history of slavery. Okay, we right that wrong, but then we also have to correct while reconstructing. We have to correct certain things here and making free slaves into citizens because they were born here, not born in Africa. Like once they were here and they had babies and they were born here, yeah, let's make those citizens. So that is the point of it. That was the point of it, and that should be the point of it still. Not to keep having the U.S. being taken advantage of. Now, rather than take it as a point of pride that people from around the world want their children to be citizens of the United States, members of the Trump administration have attempted to argue that the use of the clause has strayed too far from its intended purpose. Yes, and you said that. You said that just the paragraph before.
Well, hold on, David. It's because, like, go back up. I mean, what it says, rather than take it as a point of pride that people from around the world want their children to be citizens of the United States. They're making it seem like it's a NBA draft, and we're trying to draft all these people.
Exactly.
That's not the point. And as far as people making it a pride that people from all around the world want their children to be citizens of the United States, I would even argue that because a lot of these people that break in illegally to other kids, a lot of these guys are waving their little flags and stuff. They
still have the pride of wherever they're from.
And like assimilation is a big thing. It should be a big thing. Growing up, I remember reading about it in our high school books and stuff, where the point of people coming here was to assimilate like right away, and sometimes you don't want to call it out, but even like there's a second, third generations that have been here, and they still feel like they need to show loyalty to where their great grandparents came from,
and some of them don't speak English.
So that's not even when it says that they want that it's a point of pride. I don't even think so. It's not, because people, when you constantly wave another country's flag in here, I don't think.
No, I would have no. There's no pride to be had.
I don't think you're here because of pride. You're here because you are benefiting in some way.
Exactly. So. Because you're benefiting, you're gaming the system, you're scamming the U.S. citizens, and you pointed out there, Edith, but you don't grasp it. You're like, yeah, it's this, but I don't care because Trump bad. Trump and all the MAGAs are bad. So. The president seems to think that it was incredibly damning that the Civil War ended in 1865 and the bill arrived in Congress in 1866. He stated that fact 3 times over 2 separate posts, calling it conclusive proof that the clause had been intended to grant citizenship to the babies of slaves. It had nothing to do with illegal immigration for people wanting to scam our country from all parts of the world, which they have done for many years. It had to do with Civil War results and the babies of slaves who our politicians felt correctly needed protection, he wrote. And that's it. That's all she puts on here. She ends it on a note pretty much proving the point against what she had previously stated. She's saying like, oh yeah, Trump calls U.S. citizens stupid.
In a hateful rant.
In a hateful rant. Well, what are we seeing here? This is not hate towards any people specifically.
I think he's hating on the politicians that have. That have made all this possible, all the abuse and corruption to happen.
If there's any hate, if there's any hate or animosity, it's towards those corrupt politicians who have just let this happen.
And she knows it, bro. She knows it.
And she must know it. She has to. No one's that stupid. Willfully ignorant, maybe. Or not even willfully ignorant. It's just like, I need to make sure that my base knows that I hate Trump. Yeah. And all that he stands for. Well, do you even know what he stands for? Because you're pointing it out, but you're not getting it. That's what just grinds my gears. And people eat this crap up, and they're like, yeah, Trump is such a...
And they say, we're all immigrants. Well, yeah, not illegal immigrants. You know what I mean?
Not all of us. Exactly. So let's move on to the next thingy. I don't know if you've heard, Ruben, but habemus papam. For all of you that don't really understand what that means, we have a new pope, the Catholic Church, and we're Catholics, right? In case anybody wasn't sure, we're Catholics, and yeah, I'm actually excited. I'm excited for this new
Super Bowl
the
14.
new the new chapter in the Catholic Church. I'm anxious, a little anxious to see how Pope Leo takes on this modern era. But what we have so far is making me a little bit hopeful. We have here from Divya Verma and Pope Leo the 14th under fire after pride flag snub and anti-LGBTQ LMNOP remarks resurface. Oh my. Oh, how damning. Oh no, he's not a. Oh man, I hate when it. Like, come on, man. Really? You gotta do this? You gotta do this? So the installation process for Pope Leo hasn't even begun yet. Well, it has, and he's already done a few masses, homilies, and all that stuff. He's spoken to a few people, and so far, I haven't looked at everything he said, but so far, what I have seen, I'm cautiously optimistic. So, yes, he's head of the Catholic Church, and he's already under fire. Videos surfaced that raised concerns about his positions on LGBTQ plus rights. Video claims to show that the Pope willfully disregarded a pride flag raised by a guest at a recent public gathering. Despite being brief, the incident has generated international discussion. It has also rekindled the interest in the pontiff's long-held beliefs about inclusivity and sexuality. Pope Leo XIV has made his conservative stance on LGBTQ plus matters clear. This was even before he was elected Pope. He attacked attempts to redefine marriage outside of conventional Christian norms.
Standing for what you believe in doesn't mean
Oh my God,
you're
a bad person.
you're attacking anyone.
That's the thing.
He attacked attempts. He defended.
This is a defense, not an
I
attack.
think the person attacking or the ones that are attacking are the ones trying to redefine what's been customary for so many years. Those are the
Or what's actually true.
yeah.
Because I would argue it's not even because it's a custom or some sort of culture. It's because it is actual reality and truth.
Kind of learned and passed on.
He also denounced what he called the homosexual lifestyle in a 2012 speech to the World Synod of Bishops. His comments suggested a dislike of changing social and cultural concepts of identity and family. However, many have called these views extremely regressive. Oh my goodness. Pope Leo has also publicly criticized the representation of LGBTQ plus couples in Western media, and specifically criticized well-known television shows that support alternative families. He believes these shows contradict conventional Christian beliefs. It's not that he believes that they do. They do. And it's not conventional Christian beliefs. It's the truth. These contradict the truth. And it just is. I'm sorry. Like, if that hurts your tummy, then
Or
you
start
know
your own
you
little religion.
you start your own, and it happens all the time, especially within Protestants. You don't like it? Yeah. Well, there's the Episcopalian Church if you want. That starting to believe all this stuff and change the Christian belief. So he cautioned that these representations confuse the faithful and promote pervert moral principles. He also called out the Western media as a tool for cultural deterioration. Oh my goodness, I'm turning into Steve.
Dude, I don't. It's like these guys are rap, but then me and you are like channeling them in some way.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so Pope Leo XIV's speech drastically differs from that of Pope Francis. His predecessor was well known for his gentler, more accepting messages. He even said, "Who am I to judge?" in reference to LGBT people who are looking for God. Well, here's the thing. As much as I didn't like how some of the things Pope Francis said were taken out of context, Yeah, maybe he was a little too soft. Maybe he was. I mean, the only reason that I say that as a bad thing is because that confuses people. So what you're saying is that it's okay to be gay? Well, yes and no. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to have certain inclinations because your psyche was damaged by something that has happened to you or how you were brought up. Yeah, sure, it's something that we all struggle with.
You do?
No, but the psyches that
Oh,
develop from how
wait, how
well,
did
from what we have experienced, you know, we're constantly fighting sin in all its forms. And it's good to struggle with that because if you're struggling with it, that means that you want to do the right thing. But if you're just submitting to the sin, that's when it's bad. And I'm just saying that to kind of
well, see,
clarify.
and what kind of gets me is like I really I really don't care what you are, who you like, whatever. But to me, it's just the what do you call it? Thinking that you can mold 2,000 years worth of church teaching.
Let's come back.
Let's go back. Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's ready.
and okay, yes, and what Pope Francis, God rest his soul, was saying when he does when he says things like this, like who am I to judge? All he was saying is that we all deal with sin. Like it's not saying that it's okay to be flamboyantly gay and flaming and saying I sleep with men and I engage in sin and then still participate in the sacraments, for instance. That's not what he's saying. It's not okay to do that. What he's saying is that it's okay to struggle with it. A gay person can enter heaven, of course, if he abstains from sin. And that's just like basic church teaching. It's not something that the Pope can announce that starting today, it's okay to have same-sex relations, and we can even bless it. No, a Pope can't actually sit down and say it out of the blue. Like, church teaching has been established, and sure, it grows in a way that a dog grows. It doesn't turn into a cat. But it just becomes a bigger dog. When modernity starts to show its ugly head, of course, church teaching has to answer that. But it's not changing from believing one thing to now believing something totally different. So,
It's almost like if the people that believe this, like Hillary Clinton, should be your pope because you know how
oh,
she says that Americans shouldn't reproduce anymore.
mm-hmm. Yeah, make her your pope in your little church that you establish if you want. It's not going to be valid, but I mean, you're free to do that if you want. Now, the church finds itself at a crossroads. Does it though? Does it though? Really? The question everyone is asking is whether when Pope Leo XIV takes office, which he already has, he will continue the work of Pope Francis. The work of Pope Francis. Oh my God, that drives me up a wall. How people appropriate Francis. The
Yeah.
wrong people appropriate Francis.
No, I'm not going to put this up there, but I mean, I guess it's good that you're calling it out. But these guys are making it seem like
He wasn't a
Dr.
champion.
Francis was all.
He was not the champion of LGBTQ. He
Yeah.
was not. What he was the champion of is trying to reach the people who have been hurt. You know, he was a little too gentle for a lot of people's tastes. Sure, yeah. But he was never once contradicting church teaching. And I hate when people appropriate him. I mean, and he's already passed on to the Father. I mean, stop invoking him as some sort of icon of LGBTQ rights. Supposedly, that is horrifying. That is anathema, if you will. Or will he go back to a more conventional dictatorial approach? Oh my! Will he again alienate and exclude LGBT? So, I'm actually done talking about this.
Yeah, I'm
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing it. The church will not change its teaching because it hurts your tummy.
I mean, I
That's
just
not.
don't get it. If you don't agree with this, Why are you trying to?
Oh, that's another thing. Like when people were getting all upset, like, I can't believe Trump would post a picture of himself as the Pope. Like, you don't even care about the Catholic
And these
Church.
are half of these guys are
They're
go with
atheists,
abortion
satanics. Yeah, they're just like,
and child mutilation, and they're all of a sudden
oh my God,
a
I can't
little
believe
AI
he would
image.
offend the Catholics.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here, dude. You
This
don't
is kind
care.
of offensive to Catholics.
I actually laughed at that stupid little image.
I didn't.
It's a joke. Come on,
I didn't
obviously.
even laugh. I didn't find it funny or offensive as a Catholic. I'm like, you know what?
I found it funny as
You
a
know what I
Catholic,
find
yeah.
offensive? That Catholics call for abortion, for
Yes.
hurting kids, and being okay with everything, all the trafficking that's going on and
Yes,
stuff.
the trafficking,
That to me, that's more offensive.
all the fraud committed by illegal immigrants.
A little,
That's what I'm
yeah,
offended by.
that's offensive.
Anyway, so let's move on. We
I
actually,
mean,
oh,
I was just gonna say, he probably shouldn't have taken that picture, but not because, I mean, he should have just known better. Right, this is just gonna give people ammo, but you know what? That's also what he likes to do, man. He likes to piss out
yeah.
these liberal crybabies. So I get it.
And honestly, the people who were actual Catholics, they're like, whatever. He's just being Trump. It's just Trump being Trump. Nobody was actually thinking like, oh my God, I can't believe he was like, it's
But
all
then they're cool
the
with abortion and all this other
whatever.
stuff that's going on.
Cry me a river. But I'm a little more hopeful for Pope Leo the 14th, honestly. And then the whole thing about, oh, is he conservative? Like,
Well, if
get
he's
over
a pope,
yourself.
he should be
Yeah,
conservative.
get over yourself. Conservative, not in like left and right politics of the
Just holding
USA.
up 2,000
Just
euro
yeah,
or
conservative.
$2,000 value.
just just conservative in upholding, safeguarding church teaching. In that sense, yes, and he should be. Not in the MAGA type of thing. And that's U.S. politics. That I mean, it does kind of cross over a little bit with.
Oh, did you hear how Trump invited the Pope's brother to the White House? They already met
Oh, they have.
because they're
I
Trump supporters.
yeah,
That's
I
pretty
do
good.
know about that. I do know about that. Them being MAGA.
So that's good.
So yeah, that's a little more hopeful for me. Yeah, yeah. Sure, it's not gonna be like a perfect synergy
Yeah.
between the Catholic Church, especially not like a lot of the libs, and USA politics. Obviously, I mean, there can be because the church is the church established by Jesus Christ and the apostles, and the USA is a baby of a nation. Like it really is. Like we've blown up exponentially, sure, but as a nation, yeah, we're it's pretty new, and unfortunately, how it's been going has adopted a lot of very evil things. So we want to turn the ship around. We want to right a lot of wrongs. It's part of why we made the channel.
Yep.
We just want to make sure that everybody's aware of the evil around us and to stand up and fight against it.
Which
Right? That's it.
it's a lot of this stuff has been normalized. People are just
And that's what really I hate it. It's been normalized. All this evil stuff is just like yeah, what's wrong with that? Like, what do you mean? What's wrong with that? Anyway, so let's move on to a little promo.
little invitation for from the local. Well, I guess yeah, from the local people here that are part of the Republican Party, right? It's
We have here from Facebook, Noemi Fragoso.
so it's Popcorn Patriots and Powerful Picture. Highly recommended. History just got a whole lot more exciting, and it comes with popcorn. The American Miracle is hitting the big screen this June at Cielo Vista Mall. It's a docudrama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Join us June 10th. I think it's going to be out for 3 days, but they're trying to. What are you doing?
Whoops. Jeez. No.
There's 3 days, but they're trying to get people to go on this date. It's a Tuesday. Join us June 10th for a special showing where we'll rediscover the bold, unlikely moments that shaped our great nation. Spoiler alert, it wasn't luck. It was purpose, grit, and above all, divine providence. Yep. Let's watch history come alive without the boring textbook. Bring your crew. Conserving 915 guys will be there, right?
Yes, sir.
Hang out with fellow patriots.
Well, at least we will be there.
Learn something new, share a laugh, or a few proud tears. Tickets available online, or you can skip the service fee by grabbing tickets in person. So we're gonna put, I don't know how to do this,
no, we'll put
computer stuff.
we'll
So
put the link up on the episode.
David's gonna put the link because I'm computer illiterate. So
We have here a little image. Movie time.
movie time.
Man, that's a horrible wig. Look, you can see the line.
This should be a good movie, man. You know what? This is something cool, man, because we're used to seeing a bunch of all this garbage out there in the theater. I don't go to the movies as much as I used to anymore.
Oh, same here, man.
And especially some of these actors, I'm like, oh, I want to watch a movie, but I'm not gonna. You know, there's just some actors that are out there that I don't even want to watch movies. But this should be something cool, man. So it's on June the 10th, 7 p.m. Tuesday at Cielo Vista, The American Miracle. Our nation is no accident.
I agree. Divine Providence had a lot to do with it.
Well, not the Democrats, bro. They're gonna get
Wow.
that.
Wow. Oh, we need to separate church and state. Oh, can you do that actually? Can you separate morality with the legislation, with state, with law?
Sure.
Can you do that? If you can, well then, woo.
Let's watch it together, right?
Oh yeah, let's watch it together. But we do have a short trailer here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put the trailer.
Hold on, please forgive I'm not computer illiterate, but I'm not. Let's look at this video. Sorry about that. All right.
It's about 1 hour to watch a 3-minute trailer.
Let's put on our headphones and raise the volume a little bit, and let's hit it.
I came to persuade you to avoid these dangers.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
If our union is to hold together, something must be done.
He will become founder of a mighty empire.
The fate of unborn millions now depends under God upon the conduct and courage of this army.
Various founders talked about this providential experiment that God had ordained and intervened at this unique moment in American history to make all of this happen.
Most of them believed that there were no accidents in history.
That hope for liberty was the light that under God, He would lead them.
All eyes are open or opening to the rights of man.
Am I all mankind?
We have been assured, sir, in the sacred writings, that except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
It cannot be denied that with America and in America, a new era commences in human affairs.
America is something that I hold in my heart.
Americans of today should regain our bearings that our nation is no accident.
And I'm excited to go watch this movie, David.
All right.
And
I like it. Well, you're more excited about the popcorn, aren't you?
Dr. Pepper. Easy guys.
All right,
So
we'll see you.
The quantity of Dr. Pepper. All right.
Oh, well, there you go. You're gonna get a large.
Of course.
Oh, are we gonna share?
I'm not even gonna answer that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. So we'll see you guys there. We'll be sure to add the link to the description, and that's it for today.
All righty.
Thank you
Have
for
a great rest of the day, rest of the night, rest of the week, and take care of yourselves.
And we'll see you at the premiere of American Miracle. All right, peace, guys.